Uh, in this episode of FUM0043 machining, we are doing or cleaning one electric switch as an example how to deal with these. The old electronic switches are somewhat delicate, somewhat really robust, and I'll show you how to deal with those. Okay, so let's go on with that one. So here are some of the tools we are going to need. Gloves to protect my hands from these solvents. I don't want to solve my natural grease from my hands. Then I have a brush. Toothbrush would be nice, but in my case I just took one very cheap brush and cut off the bristles a little bit shorter. Okay. Then screwdriver. This one, if we need to take something apart, I know already we need, and some pliers might need or not. Then we need some emery paper. This one is very fine, over 1200 I believe. It's really nice. Then we have this is solvent for grease, and then this one is Braglen. It's a brake cleaner fluid. Okay, that's the tools we are going to need. One good thing about this making these videos is that you start to think ahead, and that's really nice. That makes you your job well slower, but at the same time a little bit more efficient. Okay, here is the switch we are going to deal with. I have already taken it apart a little bit. We will take it apart a little bit more. I have loosened these screws already. Oh, this is magnetic. Why in earth is it magnetic? These screws were super tight originally. I don't know why, but they were. Okay, this one we might need or might not. Then we have this piece here. Okay, then these screws come also out. You have to be sure not to lose nothing from here. So, and why I'm taking this apart is that it's easier to clean it up when it's assembled. Well, there are places you cannot access. Oh, yep. So Okay. Okay, it's an assembly. Okay. The last one. Ooh, this is tight. Why? Okay. You need to be really careful with these. These are somewhat delicate. They can break. You can break them really easily. And this one is riveted in this plate, so you cannot remove it. So now let's take this away. Okay. This one, hopefully. No, it doesn't come off. Okay. So now, next operation will be to clean all these, all the parts. Now that we have taken it apart, we can start cleaning the parts. Okay, let's start the cleaning process. Here I have a container for cleanup, and then another for the cleaned parts. And these are the dirty ones. So let's take the topmost. Okay, this one should be really careful because it's a visible item. It has some paint here and there. I don't remove those, I leave them alone. But we need to get rid of some of the grease in it. Let's see if this solves solves the problem. Well, somewhat, not very well. Let's see what this one does. Okay, this one is a little bit better. This is something really awful. It looks like there is some paint or something that is here. Okay. Almost done. Okay. Yeah. No. Oh, that did the trick. Okay. And now just rinse it like that. Then take a clean cloth and wipe it clean. Well, what do you think? It's there was some paint residue, etc. Okay, first done. Next item. This one. It has some residue on it. Oh man. Okay. Let's put some more stuff into there and start brushing it. This is a little bit trickier to do. Okay, I don't know what this is. This is like some grinding. Probably it is a mixture of paint. Somebody has been painting in the same environment where this machine is, and now the paint has glued all the cuttings into this. And because it's on the underside, okay, it's coming, but oh yeah, we need to let it soak in there. Then this one, this is interesting. One could take this apart, but I wouldn't recommend doing that, because this is the logic of the switch. And actually it's just like this. There you go. And of course we need to okay, we need to this is now it's completely dry, no grease, so we need to put some there when we are ready with this. Okay, next part, this one. Well, okay. Yeah. Now you understand why we needed to take this apart. It's impossible to access all these places there under. So, okay. This should take care of the... Yeah, it's... There you are. Okay. I will do one more different part, one of these. I didn't take these apart. I didn't want. So, because, well, I just didn't want. So now, what we are doing with these is only to rinse them with this to take away the grease. I believe, oh, what I believe it's that this surface has some, yeah, okay. We need to brush them a little bit. Okay, then we have one of those. Okay. Okay, let's. Now that liquid there becomes a very powerful solvent. Yeah. Okay. And now, since we have this here, there is one more thing we need to do with these. That the contacts need cleaning, and this one is just put this in between and draw a few times. You could also try to wiggle it like this. You don't want to overdo this, just enough to clean up the oxidation from the contacts. That's it. Don't use any force. Pushing this more than enough would not be a very great idea. And there you are, it's clean. Okay, I will do the rest of these components, including that knob, outside the camera. Okay, now that I have cleaned up all these parts, well, this is the residue what there is. It glitters somewhat, but it's not cold. Okay, so this is just a proof that this cleanup was really necessary. So, yeah, okay. The nice thing about doing the cleanup this way is that now you really don't need to wear any gloves. And you can drink your coffee. So, these are the small parts. We have to be really careful not to lose any of them. They are all needed. Now, this is the basement of this thing. And then we have these two rods which go there, like that, and like that. You can tighten them up a little bit, but just a little bit. They don't need to be super tight, but just to be there. Okay. Then this is the brains of the operation, and of course it's really important to see which way to put it there. Well, as you can see, it has 3 positions here, and then this slot here. Well, it's actually when you put it there like this, it will limit the movement, like that. And then in this side there is a dummy. I can now find it. This is the dummy. It doesn't have any switch. Its only purpose is to make it click. And this is a very powerful thing here. And well, I would like to put some oil into it. It makes it squeals. Let's see how we do that. Well, here we have a little cup. I just put some oil into here, in the cup. There you are, a little bit of oil. And then we have some molycrease. Well, you don't need to put a lot of these things into there. For example, this one, I take a screwdriver which should not contain any, and then just a tiny little drop. That's too much, actually. Now, I put it there, and there. There you go. No more squealing. And wipe the excess off. You only need it to be there somewhere in the middle. Yeah, okay. Then the grease, there is a tiny little bit needed here, and this is really little. You don't want to put a lot of it. So I put that away, it's really messy. So now we have some grease there. We have oiled that one, and then we put this here the correct way. And then that one. And now, which way it should be the best to put? Ooh. This is really, okay. Let's put this one first in there. There you are. Okay, okay. It's there. And then, oh shit, this is really powerful. Oh, okay. Let's use some tools here. I really need extra hands here. Okay, now it's there. Yep. Okay. Then we need one insulation in between here. They are symmetric, so it doesn't matter which way you put them there. Just be careful not to break them. These are really easy to break. Okay. There you are. The first real switch goes the same way, I believe. Let's put in the middle position. Then insulator. Oh, you don't want to do that. Okay. Then another switch. They are all identical, so you really don't need to just there. Insulator. This has some. Okay. I was really lucky this wasn't taken apart before me, so this is in a really good shape. And then just stacking up all these there. Oh. And being really careful all the time not to make not to break these, because this phenolic is really easy to break. And now the last one, it has a sign here, round, and then you put it this way. And now you put it like that. It's assembled, but what did we forget is the... we forgot to put oil into these. Okay. So let's take it apart again. Maybe I oil them in advance. So. Okay, now just the tiniest bit of oil into there. You don't need much. That's good. Okay. Enough of oil. Now do it all again. Insulator, switch, insulator, switch, etc. Oh. Switch. The whole stack. Oh, tends to come out that one. Insulator, switch. Okay, and now we need a little bit of that moly grease here too. So, not a lot, just the tiniest amount. That's more than enough. So, and I wipe the excess away from the surface. Now there is some in the hole, and that's more than enough for our purpose. So now the correct way around is so that we can see this sign, this grounding symbol, and then just put it into place. There you are. Now, there has been some washers here, 2 of them actually, like this, and then nuts. Like that. Okay, and then here we had also one washer, and then one. We don't need to ground this one because the cable that is coming, it's a low voltage type. We don't. Originally, this was switching the heavy current of the motor, but now it's switching just the small currents to control the VFDs. So now we tighten these up. Oh. And shouldn't be too tight. This is also one thing that you make a big mistake if you can break this up by tightening these too tight. Just like that. More than enough. And now okay, the next step will be replacing this one. This one is going to the console. This knob is going to the console because now somebody has lost one of these. So I have 3 identical on the console, and then this one is becoming a different one. so let's see. What's the diameter of this thing? 6 millimeters. I have a lot of knobs for that size. Okay, let's see. I fetch those from my storage. See you soon. Okay. After some search in my stock, I found out one knob that might just do the trick. It's like that. The only thing is that I'm missing the cover for that one, but doesn't matter. This is, otherwise it has a taper tightening system. It's 6 millimeters. When you tighten it here, it really goes easily, quite tight, and when you really tighten it, it will, and then, okay, like that, it's the correct size. And when you come with your greasy fingers here, round knob wouldn't be any good, so this is a good one. You can, you don't need to get the hold on it, and the sound of this switch, it's really, really nice. Okay, so we use that one. Well, it's done. I just screw these connectors, connecting things here around, and then it's ready to go into the mill. So this was the short episode of dealing with electric switches. Not very much in it, but it's not always fancy machining. Till then, bye!